Hey guys, it's ToProForuGames, or Adam. Welcome back to another episode on how to get better at Black Ops 3 Zombies. And in today's episode, we're going to be going over training spots on the Giant. Now, we're not going to be going over any camping strategies or nothing like that, because the Giant, we all know, camp on the catwalk, but there are training spots or training strategies on the Giant that I like to use. And a lot of people don't train on the Giant just because, again, of the catwalk, but there are sometimes some situations where you do need to train. And in this video, I'm going to be going over a couple of different training spots. So the first training spot that we're going to be going over here on the Giant is the power area training spot, or I like to refer to this training spot as the blast furnace strategy. I don't know why, but I love doing the blast furnace strat right here in this specific training spot. So this training spot, you're pretty much using the area where the power is located, and also the area by the teleporter and where the catwalk is as well. But most of your training is going to be done right here beside the power switch. Alright, so this training spot is a little bit tricky just because zombies are coming from pretty much every single direction behind you, and tons of zombies in front of you. They're dropping down. There's one window there, and then they're coming from the area where Speed Cola usually is, or the mainframe. So a lot of zombies are coming at you in a lot of different locations. Now, the reason why I call it the blast furnace strategy is because with this, you can use blast furnace and you can get rid of a perk like double tap maybe and get stamina up instead. Now, if you can't have stamina up, that's okay. You can get double tap instead, but stamina up is really nice to have in this spot because you want to try to get those zombies grouped up as much as you can. And if you can't do it near that power area, then you kind of have to fall back towards the teleporter, take your 1 or 2 shots, blast furnace just incinerates them, and then you're good to go. And blast furnace is probably the best thing to use here. You can use other weapons, but you want to kill them just all at once and then get that train going again. So the next training spot that I'm going to be going over is the spawn room. And the spawn room, I really have no preference for weapons or pack-a-punch upgrade, whatever you want. I like using blast furnace here, but you can use the Wonder Waff, you can use the ray gun, you can use regular guns here if you want. And this is one of those trading spots that is kind of a last resort, at least in solo. I would say this is a very co-op friendly training spot, just because when you have people kind of spaced out around the map and you don't have all of the zombies coming at you, this spot works really well. So you have one person near the power, you got one person here at the spawn, one person in the room where the VMP is. You're kind of spaced out around the map. Maybe you have 2 people on the catwalk. I don't know how many players you're playing with, but when you're kind of spaced out, this spot works really well, just because you have the area right in front of the teleporter that's pretty open and not too many zombies coming at you. It works perfectly. Now in solo, again, a last resort trading spot. I'm not a big fan of trading here in solo, more in co-op, but it does work in solo if you need it to. Just be careful because it's super easy to get stuck here, but you can do it if you need to. So training spot number 3 is probably my favorite co-op training spot on the Giant, or Duri's previous Call of Duties, is the VMP room, or I like to call it the Thompson strategy room, because in Black Ops 1 World at War, the Thompson was always on the wall there. Now it's the VMP, but I still call it the Thompson strategy. Now anyways, this spot works really well in co-op. Just like I mentioned with the spawn room, when your players are spaced out around the map, this spot works perfectly. Plus, you have the VMP on the wall, which is a really good wall weapon. It's going to get you tons of points, and you pack-a-punch that thing, you can just keep buying ammo for it over and over again. And again, if you're playing in co-op, doesn't really matter that much how much points you're spending. It's a little bit different in solo, but in co-op, whatever, just go for it, and you can use that gun for days. Also, you have a trap right there. It's on the door leading to the mainframe, and a lot of zombies come from those windows right there. You can use a trap, and then you take care of so many zombies per round. This spot in solo, it's better than the spawn room, but again, not my favorite training spot on solo. So my fourth and final strategy is the whole map strategy. And with this strategy, there's a couple of things that you kind of want to look out for. First of all is you want to use traps when running this strategy. Number two, you want to use teleporters if you need to. And number three is really optional. I like running the Wonder Waff with this strategy. You don't have to use this weapon, but I love having the Wonder Waff with this specific strategy, and I'll let you know why just in a second. So we're kind of using I wouldn't say the entire map, I like calling it the whole map strategy, but we're using, I would say, about half, a little more than half the map for this strategy, and at times we are using the entire map, but for the most part we're only using like half the map. So where you start this strategy, where you want to start at the beginning of the round, or you know, after you kill a wave of zombies, you want to be starting where the bridge is. Right by the bridge, there's going to be those two drop-offs, and you want to be facing the whatever perk you're facing when you're on that edge to drop off where the power is. Alright, so when the round starts, zombies start pouring out the windows, you want to drop down, and you can do one of two things. Now, I recommend doing this first thing I'm going to mention, and that is turn the trap on if you can. As soon as you drop down, turn that trap on, and so many zombies will spawn in from those windows up there, and they'll just drop down. It's nuts how many kills you're going to get from that trap. And the zombies that spawn in from the catwalk area, that's where I like having the Wonder Waff, because it just kills the zombies really quickly. Group them up and kill them as fast as you can, so they spawn in on the other side of the electric fence and they run through it and die. Now, if you can't turn the trap on, that's fine. What you want to do is drop down and you kind of just slowly weave your way towards the catwalk and get them all grouped up. And when you should have them all grouped up by the time you get to the bottom of the catwalk, or you're literally underneath the catwalk when you're coming in that door, and then you want to go up the stairs and then drop down out the window and run back towards that trap. Go through the left door and head towards the room where the VMP is, and you can either turn around, there's a long hallway, and kill them, or you can use the trap that is located at that door in the VMP room, and that trap's okay. The one near the power switch is amazing, but if you're out of ammo, I'd recommend just killing the zombies, and the ones you don't kill, just turn the trap on just for the hell of it, and you can kill the rest of the zombies. But you really want to use that trap near the power switch as much as you can, and when that trap is active, make sure you're standing as close as you possibly can to that electric barrier so they spawn over there as much as possible, and just kill the ones, just train near that electric fence and kill those ones as fast as possible so they spawn on the other side. And this strategy, like I said, it's a really good strategy, but it's for the higher rounds. I'm talking 35, 40 plus. That's when you want to be using this strategy. The other ones, you probably want to use those in the earlier rounds, like 20 to 30, 20 to 35, or 10 to 35, somewhere around there. I'll have it all on screen, giving you the best time to train there and all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a thumbs up, and in the comment section below, if there's something specific you want me to go over in Black Ops 3 Zombies, just how to get better in Black Ops 3 Zombies, let me know in the comments, and maybe I will do a video on your subject. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.